The recent election in Massachusetts has shocked the political universe. Spokesmen on the hard left in politics and in the media, however, already are trying to soft pedal this election as not indicative of the will of the American people in general. However, this election comes just a couple of months after elections with similar results in Virginia and New Jersey. There is a trend here which indicates that the American voting public is fed up with government as usual in Washington, and in particular with those policies which are based on a philosophy that government and more government is good for the people. This, of course, is absolutely contrary to traditional American values of individualism and civil rights, and belief in the rights and supremacy of the individual. What these elections should tell us traditional Americans is that we can win. We can take back not only politics, but the culture in general from the hard left. This is something to which we must commit ourselves in the weeks and months and years ahead. The hard left has as its philosophic underpinning a belief in the righteous power of the state over and against the righteous power of the individual. This is contrary to traditional American political philosophy. But we see it in all kinds of political issues, whether we are talking about the economy, the right of individuals and business to be able to operate freely in an economy with limited government regulation, the ability and right of the people to be secure in themselves and in their possessions, the right to life of the people, the right to self-defense of the people, the right of the people to keep and bear arms, the right of the people to be free from the operations of terrorists within our own border. We are talking about the right of the people versus the power of the government. For too long now, the philosophy which posits the supremacy of the government has been underlying much of our political life in the United States. This is what's behind many of the policies that are promoted in Congress, from the people in the White House, and from their supporters in the media and in academia. What these elections tell us, though, is that the people, when they see their rights being undermined by perpetrators of this philosophy of government, can defeat these people. It is incumbent upon us to dedicate ourselves to the defeat of these people. The elections in Virginia and in New Jersey and recently in Massachusetts can serve as a clarion call to Americans who believe in traditional American values of liberty, self-reliance, and freedom in opposition to the purveyors of statism in the United States, whether that be in politics, in the media, or in academia, or even in other areas of national endeavor. Let this recent news be a basis upon which we organize and commit ourselves to defeat the hard left. To defeat the hard left in politics, but not only in politics, in the culture, in academia, and in the media. In truth, we are faced with a real war. This is a war for the preservation of traditional American values. This is a political war. And it is a war which we can win and which we must win. These elections tell us that we can win. However, it demands tremendous dedication on our part. It demands commitment not only to defeating the hard left in political contests, it means commitment to the demolition of the left in our culture, so that once again traditional American values of belief in free enterprise, of belief in the right to life, of belief in the right to self-defense, in the belief in the right of America to be free of invasion by terrorists and other people who wish us ill, is something upon which we base our commitment. There is lots of time for action. This is a tremendous year. This year, 2010, can be the turning point in this struggle, as more and more Americans come to realize that in truth we are at political war with the purveyors of a philosophy which is un-American in its roots and which should not allow to further ingratiate itself into the hearts and minds of some of our people. We must remember that what's not right is wrong, that the best place for a left-winger is left out.